All right, so yeah, we're reviewing number 5, and we just said that we start at the intercept, which is -2, right? Right there. So where do I go from there? Up 5 over 4. Yeah, I follow the slope, the number on the x. So that's up 5 and over 4. Now, this one over here, number 4, has a negative slope, so I would go down. I drop down 1. Wait till Ashley gets back, please. Down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. So this guy here is an up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go off the graph if I keep going, so I'll draw that line. Is it a solid line or a dashed line? It's a dashed line because of that right there. It says it's strictly less than. If it's equal to, it's a solid line. If it's strictly less than, then it's a dotted line. So through these points, I draw a dotted line. And that doesn't look very dotted, so I'll just make a note that it's dotted. And I've got one thing left to do, which is to pick a side to shade. And I only shade it when it's a greater than less than type situation. You never shade for, excuse me, for equals to. So which side gets shaded?
The bottom.
Bottom?
Yeah.
Why? Not because?
No, you always do the right side. So 0.
Nope, you don't always do the right side. Here's a question. If I plug in 0, 0, is 0 less than 5/4 times 0 minus 2?
No.
Is 0 less than -2?
Oh.
No. So since 0 is not in the solution, these must be. The question isn't so much do I shade up or down, it's do I shade away from or towards. If it is in the solution, then I'm going to shade towards that point. If it's not, I shade away from it.
Which way is towards? Down or under?
If here's my line, shading this way is towards 0, 0, this way is away from 0, 0. And since 0, 0 didn't work, I shade away from it.
How can you tell?
If it works or not.
No, how can you tell if it's like away or closer?
It's not as
Because here's the line. So if I shade this side, I'm shading the side with the test point. If I shade this side, I'm shading the side that's not the test point.
Isn't it if the solution's true, you go over, and if it's not, then you go under it?
It's not so much over, under, like above, below, as much as it's include the point or not include the point.
Like, alright, I get it.
Yeah, because and like in this case, if I put 0 in, 0, 0 in, it does not work. So that's not a solution. Every point, remember, over here, like this point right here, if I plug that back into the equation, it works. This point right here, -2, -2, that works. This point, 0, -3, works. But up here, does not. So my shading doesn't include those points.
Alright, so you say you had a line that was above 0, 0, and it didn't fit. You would go up because it's going away from it?
If you, yeah. Yeah, you shade it. Yeah, if the line had been the pair to make sure I have the question right. If the line had been right here, and 0, 0 didn't fit, I would shade over here. Yeah. Okay, cool.